One of the most unique aspects of the Vocaloid franchise is the lack of canon information about the Vocaloids themselves, which allows the fans to create their own interpretations of the characters. However, some of the Vocaloids actually have their own canon backstories that not many fans know of. Starting off with Nakamura Iroha, the Vocaloid who was created in collaboration with Sanrio. She's canonically a quote-unquote kitty-ler, someone who loves the character Hello Kitty. On her official site, which has of course been down for years, there was an entire story included about how she became a platinum kitty. If you're wondering what a platinum kitty is, so am I. So I'm gonna briefly summarize the story. It follows a girl with a ponytail and large dark round eyes carrying a Hello Kitty umbrella. She's running late to the Platinum Kitty audition, an audition she's dreamt of since she was a little girl. She arrives at the building at 9:55 a.m. and barely makes it on time. She arrives at the participants' room and starts feeling insecure when she sees all the other girls who are very pretty and nicely dressed. The night before the audition, her mom gave her a bag that can only be opened in a tight situation, so she anxiously opens the bag, and inside there are Hello Kitty pins and accessories from when her mother was a child. They're all rare accessories that nobody else has. She finds a letter from her mother in the bag. These accessories are the ones I was wearing when I was chosen as a Platinum Kitty. If you don't lose yourself and be the person I know you are, then I'm sure you're going to open your way. Good luck. After a few hours of waiting, there she was on the stage with all the accessories from her bag. She couldn't hear the winner's name because of the other people's voices surrounding her. "It's you," some girl said. The next Vocaloid with a canon backstory is Yama Kyoteru. Most of his lore was written in a guidebook called Vocaloid Plus Volume 0, which is virtually impossible to find in 2023, except on a site called Vocaloidism. Kyoteru is a member of a rock band called Ice Mountain. They perform on the weekends and his stage name is Teru. According to an archived page from his official site, he is a newcomer elementary school teacher, serious, innocent, and a slow-paced herbivore, which is a Japanese slang for men who express little interest in getting married or being assertive in relationships with women. He always puts the children first, he's known his fellow band member Apotos since elementary school, no bitches, and he likes curry. Now, according to the guidebook, he was raised by a Catholic priest called Yama Kyoteru, who officiated at a church located in a public park near the Hachigata-jo Minami Primary School. His first recollections date back to when he was in the third year of primary school, so when he was approximately 8 to 9 years old. He was shy and had a hard time fitting in until he made friends with Akito. Apparently, when he takes his glasses off, he becomes a cool guy, but he can't be without his glasses for an extended period of time because it causes him eye strain. He was hired as a teacher at Hachigata-jo Minami Primary School and became the homeroom teacher of grade 3 class 2. One of his students is Kaiyuki. He's always broke because he donates a large part of his wage to the church. Now let's talk about the band itself. Ice Mountain consists of 5 members. From left to right, Haruto, Natsuki, Kyoteru, Akito, and Toma. The history of Ice Mountain goes like this. The starting point of Ice Mountain was when Akito, a junior high school student who had awakened to the power of music, invited his friend Kyoteru to join him. They started to make music with Akito on the acoustic guitar and Kyoteru on the vocals. It wasn't a band just yet, but they spent all their time practicing and performing street concerts during the 6 years of junior high and high school. They then went to the same college. Kyoteru asked Hokage Natsuki, whom he had met in college, to become a member of the band. And Natsuki started to practice to become Ice Mountain's drummer. With his admission, Ice Mountain started to look, little by little, like a full-fledged band. The 3-man band was doing well, but they temporarily stopped their activities in the spring of their 4th college year. Akito's father had health issues, so the young man had to help him in his family's green grocery. After their graduation, Kyoteru became a teacher in a primary school, Akito took on his father's green grocery, and Natsuki became a baker. The band came back into activity 1 year after they had stopped, in spring. It was Akito, who had gotten used to his work at the green grocery, who suggested the members that they restart the band. Kyoteru asked 2 of his colleagues over at the primary school, Toma, who plays the bass, and Haruto, who plays the keyboard, to join the band. And Ice Mountain scaled up to a 5-member band. Aoki, Lapis, and Merli are canonically sisters. According to their official site, Lapis is a mysterious fairy race that transforms songs into power. They are only visible to some humans, but they exist. Lapis also has amnesia and has no memory of who she is. On the contrary, Merli is a small devil who is the opposite of Lapis. If Aoki Lapis is light, her older sister is darkness. Despite them being sisters, Merli is hostile towards Lapis. And also slightly unrelated, but Lapis has recently been released as a voice bank for the new software Koa Avatar.
こんばんは。青木ラピスです。お昼寝してたら10年経ってました。平成が終わっちゃったって本当ですか？気がついたらお姉ちゃんもいないし。でも、私が消えていないってことは。
There was a short anime series featuring the V-Singer Vocaloids in which we can see a bit of their backgrounds, so I'm just gonna briefly retell what happened. In the first episode, we're introduced to where she's seen auditioning for some sort of singing competition. One of the judges notices her angel wing, but in the end she gets rejected. Then the same judge that noticed her wing calls her back and she's sent off to Earth. In the second episode, we see wake up in her room and then comes in and annoys her. She goes to school and practices singing but doesn't do so well. After that, she sees something falling in the sky and follows it. She finds Luo, who falls down head first and accidentally kisses her. Then she flies up and Ling watches her. In the third episode, the Vocaloids are at some kind of convention, but Ling and Longa get lost in the crowd. Then Luo and get lost in another crowd and leave. At the convention, Luo finds being given away as a prize, so then Moke cuts in line by doing this, and of course he manages to win back. The fourth episode follows Mo on what she did while the rest were at the convention. She finds a cat and a flower, and that's pretty much it. The fifth and final episode, the Vocaloids perform live. The company behind the Vocaloids gave us a bit more information about each character. A new Vocaloid is sensitive and quiet. She worships the known Vocaloids who made history in human world and wishes she herself would be a Vocaloid who can bring happiness and love to the world. Someday she was summoned to Earth with an important mission and came to us as a new Vocaloid. She is gentle in general but also firm in her heart and never gives up no matter how much setbacks she met. She came to the human world and knew nothing about human languages, so she can only sing to express her feelings. Her special ability as a Vocaloid is to feel and read the hidden songs in human mind. Things like one's strong emotion or songs that is repeating in one's head. She can hear it even if the person cannot explain it to her, and she would love to sing it out loud for that person. A mixed blood boy with IQ 168. People consider him a genius. He smiles to everyone, so people consider him cute, but he's actually an otaku with great skills to make MADs and upload to video sites. Fellow otakus like to call him Mokepi or something like that. He's usually mistaken as a girl. He himself hates it, but rumor said he likes to cosplay as a girl. High school girl is quite popular in her school, cool and stable and good looking, is so mysterious that people fear to go near her. Her bad health made her quite slow in reaction. She's quite fashionable, but regarding her behavior, she's kind of a traditional lady. She likes ancient books and poems, is good at Chinese traditional instruments. Though slow in action most of the time, she is quite a generous girl and cares a lot about people around her. A 16-year-old high school girl, active and full of life. Her family owns a music company. She is forthright in character and likes to run about experiencing new things. Even boys cannot compete with her on this. What the fuck? Who wrote this? Like, I don't even get what kind of connection does... She likes music and hairy dolls. Ling's big brother, his family owns a music company. He's smart and is hopefully to become a successful president in the future. Like his sister, Longa is also forthright in character, and overall a steady man. Is convincing and strong but hates dealing with troublesome business. Is a bit indulgent to his sister and gets nervous on meeting with Ling's matters. V-Singer Vocaloids aren't the only characters to get their own anime. Go-Go 575 was a short 5-episode anime featuring Vocaloids Matcha and Azuki. In the anime, Matcha is shown to be calm, introverted, and an avid book reader, while Azuki is eccentric and affectionate. Vocaloids having any sort of canon information has been a debate practically since they were first created. With the amount of fan-created content in this franchise, it's no surprise that people are confused over what's canon and what's not. But for me personally, that's what makes Vocaloid really special. Having very little information to work with is what gives us fans so much freedom in creating our own interpretations of these characters. Like, nobody can tell you that you can't imagine Kaito to be a 58-year-old truck driver because it's totally up to you.